Well, well, well. Good day. You know, when we went to tonight, we're gonna go see Jason Aldean. He has 3 people opening for him. Not really interested. I got to tell you. I mean, one of them is a DJ. I mean, that's going too far. He better be DJing up some country slang. Okay, he better have a fiddle. Better have some fiddle on those records he's turning. I wonder how many fiddles there's going to be tonight, because I learned when we saw Cody Johnson last week that fiddles are a pretty big deal. 3 bands, 3 fiddles. And I can't say that they're not wrong. The fiddle is a fun instrument. One of the fiddle players, I think it was for Ian Munzik, yeah. His fiddle player, dude, he looked like the bus driver. Like, he looked like he was dressed like the bus driver. He was shaped like the bus driver. He looked like he drove him there, got out of the bus, grabbed a fiddle, laid it down. So we'll see what's happening. After the show last week, we went to the gas station and then decided to go through the drive-thru at McDonald's because my wife wanted a little cup of ice cream, and I agreed, even though there were 2 lanes and each lane had like 20 cars in it. It was surprisingly fast, though, which was quite remarkable. I mean, it still took a while. And it made me think about how fast food used to be. Like when I was a kid. Like it was an old McDonald's. And I got to say, it was rough. The one cool thing about it had at the drive-thru area, there were the arches that you drove under. I mean, if that isn't a roadside attraction, then neither are the car hedge of America. But yeah, there used to be a play place. I mean, I'm sure maybe some still do. Now, I mean, I've been to McDonald's where they try to be like a fine dining restaurant. They try to be a Chili's, and they will never be a Chili's. And, you get the Happy Meal toys. I don't even know if they give out toys. I really don't. There was one that we used to go to that had the haunting characters, the Ronald McDonald, the purple creature, the Hamburglar, the guy with, wait a second, does the Hamburglar have a hamburger head? I think he does. And then he steals hamburgers and cannibalizes the hamburger. Dude, he's a cannibal. I just realizing this now. I think the Hamburglar isn't just a thief. He is a cannibal. I'm blowing my own mind right now. I'm blowing it. It's like that. Maybe that's where they got the idea. Maybe that's where they got the idea for the Cinnamon Toast Crunch cannibal commercial. They're like, the Hamburger did it. Let's have Cinnamon Toast Crunch do it. Anyways, so it had that. Those characters, and I don't know, now it's different though. Now when you order food, it's like the employee is passing him through the window like contraband, just dead in the eyes, like plastic gloves. Like the guy that just handed me my food, he didn't even look in my direction. He had headphones in. And I had to ask him for a packet of salt, and he had to take his headphone out of his eardrum, and then I had to ask him. So, and then he just seemed annoyed, but he just like shoved it out the window. It was kind of like, I don't know, maybe like one of those windows when you go to prison. You're like, I'll see you in 20 to life. Also, can I get 2 apple pies? Give me some of those. I don't know. Everything is just kind of sad and bleak. Even the fast food restaurants. It seems like I really do miss the early internet when it was innocent. And me and my age group, we would fire it up. Fire up the AOL, and it would go wing, ging, ging. It was a beautiful noise. You know, the only graphics we had were like the dancing baby, and it was a beautiful time. And now there is AI. There is AI, and you can recreate your grandma's voice to convince people. You know, you could recreate someone's grandma and their voice to convince them to buy crypto. That's kind of where we're at. If I see another damn Tai Chi commercial, is anyone else seeing these? Am I the only one? I mean, they're getting more bold. Like they're getting more grandiose. At first it was just a shirtless Tai Chi man. China, Japan, Korea, Asian. I don't know who is responsible for inventing the Tai Chi and why they are trying to sell it to all of America, especially me. But it used to just be a shirtless Asian on a beach, you know, with his AI six-pack, talking about how 20 minutes a day will change your entire life. Now it's a full-blown, there's scenes going on. There are shirtless Asian men talking on stages to people. I mean, it is elaborate. Really selling the Tai Chi hard. And I don't know if they're wearing me down or not, because now I'm like, maybe they're right. Maybe I only have to breathe and wiggle my arms around in the air, wave my arms around, and then I'll be as fit as I ever dreamed. I won't have to, you know, wake up at 6 a.m. and after I get done recording this, go on a 8-mile run. All I have to do is Tai Chi for 20 minutes, and the AI Asian showed me the way. So it used to be great. It used to be you've got mail. And now it's you've got radicalized to assassinate people. The internet is just, it's not what it used to be. I'll tell you about that. I mean, 1998, dial-up. Could you imagine trying to load a TikTok back then? Wouldn't even happen. You'd die. You'd die before that happened. I'm chasing that runner's high today, man. I'm going to go 8 miles. Hopefully that runner's high kicks in. And I don't even know if it's a real thing or if your body's just like, you know, if you're levitating and leaving your body because your mind is like, what are you doing to us? Why are you punishing your knees like this? Now we have to go to a magical place in order to protect ourselves from the punishment you're inflicting. But I don't care. I want to do it. I mean, it does feel good. It is an abusive relationship. Let's just say that. It hurts, it sucks, but it always feels good at the end of it. It always makes you feel a little bit special. It's when it makes you feel special. And when else are you special, you know? As you get older, you realize that you're not the special. Like in the Lego movie. That you are, you know, just like everyone else. You got to get through this life. I mean, things when you were younger were so magical. Really, I remember when Walmart When Walmart built one of its giant stores for the first time in Millard on 180th and Center at the end of my high school career. I think it opened up maybe my senior year or right after senior year, but it opened up and it was big and it was beautiful and it was shiny and it was open 24 hours. And it could be in the middle of the night. It could be 2 a.m. And then if you were bored, you could go to the Walmart and you could walk around and look at all these magical items that were made in China. And it was a beautiful thing, and I used to do it. I used to do it all the time. That's when Walmart was beautiful. And now it is a hideous place where almost everyone prefers to shop at Target, I think. Why we end up still going to Walmart, I don't know. I love Target so much more, but I still end up going to Walmart. And I think it's because they've just successfully branded themselves and brainwashed the American public. I mean, where we go to Walmart, there was a Target right across the street. But for some reason, we're always like, let's run in to Walmart. I think if you just need something, it just feels cheaper. You know, the carts suck. They're not those beautiful red plastic that seem to hover on air. It's not, Walmart's not clean. It just feels cheaper. It just feels like you're going to get a backdoor, back alley deal. It really does. And I think that's why we end up going there. I mean, sometimes I feel like in order to go to Target, you need to put on your Sunday's best, that you really got to dress the part. I'm like, man, I don't look good enough to go into Target right now. I am not nice enough. I haven't even shined my shoes. I mean, if I go into Target, I'm going to be the laughingstock of the entire store. I can't even remember the last time I went into one. I got to change up my game. I could probably run in and buy items. What are the prices? I got to do a price check on just standard groceries. Talking breads, almond milks, the essentials, and I got to see. if they're the same price or just within a couple cents. I might have to switch it up and go to the Target. See, Target is so fancy, we call it Target. It's just a beautiful, beautiful store. I don't think that there is such thing as a work-life balance. Do you? I mean, people, they try to sell it to you. They try to have books about it. They try to do things, say work-life balance. But it seems like a magic trick. It's like Bigfoot. It's like everyone says that exists, but no one ever sees it. I mean, I had a friend that he said that he achieved the perfect work-life balance. I hadn't seen him in a long time. And come to find out, he was divorced and in between jobs. That's the only way that I guess that's the only way you can make it work. I don't know. I don't know how it is. You have to spend so much time at work. It really can't be balanced out, I don't think. And what is a good balance? We should be able to spend most of our time at home and with our families in the least amount of time ever at work. But we all know that's not possible because the earth is cursed. Oh, it's so cursed. You got to work. It's like in Genesis. It says, you're going to work by the sweat of your brow and the earth, and it'll just betray you. You will beg it for food and money, and it just won't even give it to you. And it appears to be correct. It appears to be right. But I'm doing some home life balance today. I'll be working till this afternoon. I'm going to hit up the pumpkin patch. That's right, Vala's. It's time. If you're not from the Omaha, Nebraska area, we have the most. I'm using the word magical a lot today, and usually I try to refrain from saying the same word, using it a bunch in one single performance conversation. You know it. It's just usually you want to do that. Like, you don't want to say the same word a lot, like when you're doing stand-up and everything like that, or giving speeches, because then people start to, their brains pick up on it, and then they start noticing how many times, you're saying that word, and then it doesn't have the same magic to it. Oh, bum bum. So, but I am going to say that Val's Pumpkin Patch is a absolute magical place. It really is. It is so much fun. Been going there forever. Been taking my wife there before we were even married, when we were in high school. Been going there since I was a little tyke. My son absolutely loves it. It's beautiful. It only used to be able to open in October. That's it. And that was a magical time, let me tell you. When it was just open then. Now it opens a few days before September. I can't say that I'm mad. I used to, for years when they started doing this, a handful of years back, I was like, this is blasphemy. The pumpkin patch can only be open in October. They're greedy. But now I'm like, dude, have it year round, bro. If you can give me the pumpkin patch feel, let's treat this situation like a Tim Burton movie. Halloween Town, year round. Let's do it. I need a place. I need a magical place that makes me feel joy. There's so much magical talk. All right, now I'm scared because I can't stop saying it. It just keeps flowing out. So now that's really, really concerning, and I'm probably going to say it a dozen more times during the rest of this show. Yeah, so Vala's Pumpkin Patch, I really don't know how to explain it. I mean, they got haunted houses. They got all these different shacks with all different kinds of treats. This year they have an entire building dedicated to things like that are fries, like regular fries covered in gravy. I won't be having the gravy, but just a fry factory. They got funnel cake fries, just drenched in sauces. They got a pumpkin mine where these people they're made with like pantyhose and cotton, and they're mining for pumpkins. I mean, they got it all. Old farmhouses. Still working on my old farmhouse. And part of me kind of feels like I am an old farmhouse. I mean, at 42, your mind starts playing tricks on you. I think when you get over 40. When you're over 40, you're like, this. All of a sudden, you can just catch yourself, and your mind's trying to kick you down, trying to push you down into the ground like your Matchbox 20 or something. And it's just going, this is it. This is the end. You can't even do anything else with your life except watch old reruns of shows you liked when you weren't 40. 39 and under. Just sit in a recliner and watch those shows and talk about how everyone else has, the world at their fingertips. And now their futures are so bright and they can achieve anything in this world, but it's too late for me. It's too late for me to achieve anything. And you just got to be like, shut up, brain. Just like an old tractor here. It takes 30 minutes to warm up. It leaks oil, just pure anal seepage. I'm just kidding. That is not happening to me, and I won't even joke around like it is because it is just too gross. And I would, if that was the case, I'd sew it up. I'd sew my butthole up. I'd never poop again. I do it myself. I'd go to a back alley. I'd go to one of those Brazilian butt plastic surgeons, and he would be like, "Do you want me to put silicone in your butt cheeks?" And I'd say, "No, I want you to sew my butthole up. It's leaking." And he would be like, "No, this violates my license." I'd be like, "Everything violates your license. We're in a back alley right now. You perform your procedures behind a dumpster. Now sew it up." Make him pour Jack Daniels on it to numb it up. Oh, that is funny, dude. I don't care who you are. That's good. That's good. I was thinking about Waffle Houses. I've been wanting a waffle, dude. I almost got a waffle yesterday, but I didn't, and I kind of regret it, but at the same time, a waffle's a bold choice in the morning. You know, you got a lot of syrup, it's a lot of carbs, it can make you a little tired. It's just, it's a decision. It's a decision. But if we don't have, I don't know how Nebraska doesn't have a Waffle House. Is there one here in Omaha, Lincoln? I don't think so. They got one in Kansas City. And it really is true. A lot of people just, I think, get out of prison and then get jobs at Waffle Houses. I think the last time I was at a Waffle House, it was so long ago, and I was with this other comic. I mean, this was a long time ago. I'm talking 2000. Oh, I did go to one in Tennessee, I think in 2020. So, but prior to that, the last time I had been at one, I mean, we're talking 2009, 2010 probably. And in Kansas City, performing at the Improv or Funny Bone down there, whichever one they have, and went with a comic there, and he was hammered. I was not. And I was driving around, like we left this bar because it was the Funny Bone, the comedy club was like in an area, you know, an outdoor mall. So there was all these bars and restaurants or whatever. And he was driving me. So he's like, "I want to go to the bar after the show." I'm like, "All right." So he's just slamming beers. As we leave the bar, he projectile vomits on the sidewalk. And I'm like, "This is disgusting." I'm like, "Give me your keys now. We got to go." He's like, "We can't go. I can't go back. I got to eat. Let's go to the Waffle House." I'm like, "All right, fine." We go to the Waffle House, dude. It is like 2 a.m. And he is just a mess and just shoveling waffles in his mouth. And then he has these free tickets to the show this week. And this dude always used to just try to get everything for free with free tickets. You can't do that nowadays. But back then, you could have. And even prior to that, you really could have. This is kind of towards the tail end of, you know, tricking establishments to give you free things for comedy tickets. And this dude, the manager, was just tatted up, like neck tattoos, like face tattoo before Tyson, like probably before face tattoos were a thing at all. And he was rough looking. And this dude is just like, this comic, he's just fast talking, like, "Oh yeah, here we go, man. Here's like 8 tickets to go see the show. It's just good as money." And the guy's like, "This isn't money." And he's like, "It's better than money. You get to go see a comedy show this week." And he goes, "I can't accept this. I need actual money." And that he was talking like very stern like that. He's like, "You don't even, this is it. This is what you want, this over money." And the guy's like, "I'm not taking your paper." I'm like, "Dude, I will pay for it." I'm like, whatever this is happening, you know, before you're even finished with your waffles, trying to pay for it with tickets. I'm like, here is cash. and let's get the hell out of here before this guy kills us and then grinds us into sausage and serves it to his patrons, because that was the type of vibe that was happening. And that's my story of the Waffle House. And I hope you all have a beautiful day. I will. Get some work done. I'm going to run in. I'm going to go to a pumpkin patch. I'm going to go see Jason Aldean tonight. I think it's a good day. You have a good day as well. I'll be back tomorrow.